Good morning, students. So look at the remaining topics in the first unit. This is the data types. Java promotes 8 types of basic data types. Those are called primitive data types. So those are classified as 3 types: integer type data types and floating point type data types, characters, string type data types. Okay. So these are the integer type data types: log, int, short, byte. All these four are the data types of integer type. Byte size is 8 byte, short 8 bits. It is size of byte is 1 byte, size of short is 2 bytes, int is 4 bytes, and long is 8 bytes. Okay. So these data types you have already learned in the C language. Nothing is different. Okay. Next, come to the floating point category of data types. So there are two data types comes under the floating point type: float and double. Size of float is 4 bytes. Size of double is 8 bytes. Okay. And other two data types: characters. Char is the data type, and to represent Boolean values, Boolean is the data type. Okay. Here the size of char is 2 bytes and size of Boolean is 1 bit. Total, you have 8 primitive data types in Java: log, int, short, byte, float, double, char, and Boolean. Okay. So in Java, size of char is 2 bytes, whereas in C, size of char is 1 byte. Now come to the constants in Java, also called as literals: integer constants, real constants, character constants, string constants, backslash character constants. So these constants you have already learned in C language. Uh, what you have learned about constants in C language is same here also. Integer constants. Integer constants means, so again, three types of integer constants are there: decimal integer constants, octal constants, and hexadecimal constants. So decimal constants means the base is 10, octal constant means the base is 8, hexadecimal base is 16. You know what is base 16, base 8, base 10, base 2. Okay, base 10 means the number system is formed with the digits from 0 to 9. Base 8 means the number system is formed with the digits from 0 to 7. Hexadecimal, the number system is formed with the digits from 0 to 16, that is 0 to F. So 0 to 9, after that A, B, C, D, E, F. A refers to 10, B refers to 11, C refers to 12, like that F refers to 15. Okay. So here decimal constants. Decimal constants mean decimal number means it may contains the numbers from 0 to 9. Numbers it may contains the digits from 0 to 9. Octal number, it contains the digits from 0 to 7 only. Okay. And hexadecimal, it contains the digits from 0 to 9 and the alphabets from A to F. Here before the each number here there is a letter 0x. It is the indication that it is the to specify it is the hexadecimal number. It is for indication. It is not treated as number. The hexadecimal number is only 4, 456, 552, 43. That is the number. So before the number prefix 0x, it is the specification. It is the indicator to the number. That means this 0x specifies that it is in the form of hexadecimal format. It is not the decimal number, not the octal number. It is the hexadecimal number. The base is 16. It is not 10. That it represents 0x. Okay. Next, real constants mean floating point constants. You know what are the floating point constants? Character constants, any character which is enclosed within the single quotes, that is character constants. If it is enclosed within the double quotes, that is the string constant. So all these points you can go through the material, you can easily understand. Next come to the symbolic constant. Symbolic constant, you know what is constant? Constant means what is the difference between variable and constant? Variable means it may varies. We can change the value of the variable during the program. But constants, we cannot change the value of the constant. It never changes. Okay. You can see that through one example program. Here in the C language, you have learned in C language also you have learned the constants. In C language, constants, you can define the constants in two different ways. Using has define, you can define, and using the const keyword, you can define. If we write the keyword const before the declaration, then that variable automatically converted into the constant. Here, if we not write the keyword constant, then what is this? Float pi. Pi is the variable of the type float. It is the normal variable, floating point type variable. If you write the const keyword before this, now this pi is not variable, it is the constant. Why? Because you have specified that const keyword here. So when if you write the const keyword before the data type declaration, then automatically that variable is uh, termed as constant. It is not the variable. Okay. Here now pi is the constant. We cannot change the value of the pi. If there is no const, if there is no const keyword here, it is the variable of the floating point type. You can change the value of the pi. You can change it. But if you write the keyword const here, you cannot change here. That you can observe here. Here in this program, I am incrementing the value of pi. The printf statement I have written pi plus plus. Now look at the output. So right before that, now see. So write the \n also. Now see value of a. It is displayed as 11, incremented by 1. and value of pi, it is incremented by 1, displayed as 4.1444. Okay. We are changing the value of a and pi also. Now I am writing const here. What is happening here? A is the integer type variable, pi is the floating point type of constant, it is not the variable. Here you are getting one error. What is the error? Increment of read only variable pi, that is the error. Read only variable pi, that is pi is the constant. We cannot change the value of the pi, it is the constant. We just, we can just read the variable, that's why we cannot modify the variable. So here the variable a, it is read, we can read and also we can update it, we can write. But pi, it is the constant, we can just read this variable, we cannot modify this variable. Okay, that is the error you are getting. So in C language you can define the constants in two different ways. The first one is using the const keyword and second one is using the hash define preprocessor directive. Okay, if you want to define the constant using preprocessor directive, it should be done before the main. If you want to define the constant using the const keyword, it should be done in the main, that is at the beginning of the program in the main. Okay, so same problem look at in Java also. In Java, how you can define the constants? In C language, const keyword is used to define the constants, or else you can define the constants using hash defined preprocessor directive. Whereas in Java, symbolic constants, constant you can define the constants using the keyword final. Final is the keyword to define the constants. Okay, in C language const is the keyword, there you are using the final. Just write the keyword final before the data type declaration of the variable. Okay, so look at one example program here. So this is the main class, main method. In the main method, two variables are declared. One is the integer type variable, sorry, not two variables, one variable and one constant is declared. So a is the variable, co is the constant, it is the floating point type constant. Okay, so int a, it is the integer type variable, co is the floating point type constant. Here the keyword final is used before the data type declaration. సో మనం ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ ఫైనల్ కీవర్డ్ యూస్ చేసామో అప్పుడు ఆటోమేటికల్గా ఈ వేరియబుల్ ఇది ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది కాన్స్టెంట్ గా మారిపోతుంది. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ వి రిమూవ్ దిస్ ఫైనల్ కీవర్డ్, if we remove this final keyword, then again this is not the constant, it is automatically termed as the variable. Okay, if we write the keyword final before the declaration, it is termed as constant. Okay, now co is not the variable, it is the constant. What type of constant is here? What data type you have written? Float. So it is the floating point type constant. Okay, so a is the integer type variable, co is the floating point type constant. Okay, now here There also you are getting the error. So look at the error. What is the error you are getting? Cannot assign a value to final variables. Final variable CO. You cannot assign a value. You cannot change the value of the final variable CO. Here CO, it is the final variable, means constant. So you cannot change the value of the CO. It is final. It never changes. It is the constant. Okay, that is the error you are getting. So how you can define the constants in C language? Const keyword is used, whereas in Java final keyword is used to declare the constant. If we use the final before the declaration, we cannot change the value of that variable. It is fixed. It remains constant. Okay. So look at the sum. Standard default values. In Java, there is no concept of garbage values. In C language, after the declaration of the variable, if we not assign any data to the variable, it is assigned with some garbage values. But whereas in Java, it is initialized with it is assigned with some default values. Okay. Here, what is the default value? Default value of byte is 0, short is 0, int 0, long 0L, float 0F, double 0D, char null character, boolean false, reference null. Reference means object. Okay, object is null. We can check it through one example program. This also int a, float C, boolean B. Okay, no need to change the name. So you are getting error here. A variable might not have been initialized. Okay. Might not have been initialized. What is this error you are getting? Actually, we will get the value, but here what is happening? Hmm, Boolean. Int A float C. Variable A might not have been initialized. Okay, now I understood. So here what is happening? So write the class here. Int A float B Boolean C class here, create the object for this. ABC. Okay. Now you get the default values. Same, you are getting there, right? Okay. So here use the object co.a, co.b, co.c. So why? Because these are the class variables. So class variables can be accessed through the object. Again, you are getting there, right? What is there, right? While writing con, incorrect function con dot class. So here look at the screen. In the output, a value integer variable a value 0, floating point type variable b value 0.0, and boolean value it is displayed as false. Okay. Here the float value 0.0 f, double 0.0 t, boolean Default value of boolean is false. So in the output, default value false is displayed. Okay, you can get the default values. Okay, so there is no the concept of garbage values also. Those are automatically initialized. Whenever you have created the object for the class, all the class members are initialized with the default values. Okay, and so this is the simple Java program. You have already discussed what is public, static, void, main, in the structure of the Java program. So at the end of the second unit, after the completion of the second unit, uh, I will explain the structure of the Java program. Why? Because in the structure here, documentation section, package statement, import statement, interface statement, class definition, main method, class main method definition. Okay, you know what is documentation section? Classes, class definition, main method. Okay, you don't know what is package, import, interface. So these three topics will be covered in the third and fourth units. Okay, so after the completion of the second unit, again I explain the structure of the Java program. What is package statement, what is import statement, okay, what is interface statement, later I will explain. Okay, so these are some important questions in the first unit. Java features, OOPS concepts, concepts of polymorphism, inheritance, overloading, symbolic constants, data types, operators, structure of Java programs, Java tokens means keywords in the Java tokens. Okay. So in the next class, um, explain the second unit, packages. Okay.